patrol was enough to redraw the map without firing a single shot? What if a single warship could overpower an entire regional navy? And what if this message was not meant for one country, but for the entire Western Alliance? On January 31st, the Chinese People's Liberation Army Southern Theater Command launched a major combat readiness patrol in the South China Sea, sending a clear and deliberate signal. Naval and air units were deployed into the territorial waters and airspace around Huangyan Island and its surrounding areas, a region at the center of growing geopolitical tension. Leading the naval formation was the Type 055 destroyer Shenyang, accompanied by multiple classes of warships operating in coordinated maneuvers. In the air, H-6K and H-6J bombers conducted patrols around the island, escorted by Su-30 MKK long-range fighters. Notably, the H-6K bombers were equipped with YJ-12 anti-ship cruise missiles, weapons specifically designed to penetrate advanced naval air defense systems. Analysts widely assessed this operation as a direct response to the Philippines' decision to designate areas around Huangyan Island as part of its own military exercise zone. The Philippines, a strongly Western-aligned Southeast Asian country, has laid claim to multiple islands controlled by China in the region. By deliberately deploying heavy naval and air assets directly through the designated exercise zone, China demonstrated what it described as effective jurisdiction over the waters and airspace, rendering the Philippine-declared zone meaningless in practice. The choice of assets was anything but routine. One of the most striking aspects of the patrol was the inclusion of a Type 055 class destroyer, one of only 8 currently in service. Both Western and East Asian analysts widely regard the Type 055 as the most capable surface combatant in the world today. The International Institute for Strategic Studies previously described it as potentially the most capable multi-role surface warship currently at sea, representing a step change in the People's Liberation Army Navy's ability to conduct independent long-range and task group operations. The Type 055 is designed as a true multi-role platform. It is equipped for land attack, missile defense, anti-aircraft warfare, anti-submarine warfare, and anti-shipping operations. At its core are 112 vertical launch cells capable of firing a wide variety of missile types. These include long-range air defense missiles, land attack cruise missiles, and advanced anti-ship weapons. The YJ-20 hypersonic anti-ship ballistic missile has already been integrated in a limited capacity and is expected to become fully operational on these ships by 2026. Situational awareness is another area where the Type 055 stands out. Its dual-band radar system provides over-the-horizon detection capabilities, allowing it to track targets at extreme ranges. This is a capability similar to what the United States Navy once intended to field with the SPY-3 and SPY-4 radar combination on the Zumwalt-class destroyers, a system that was ultimately never fully realized. In terms of raw combat power, a single Type 055 destroyer is widely assessed to possess greater combat potential than the entire Philippine Navy and Air Force combined. Its presence alone sends a powerful message, not just to Manila, but to any external powers observing the region. In the air domain, the deployment of H-6 bombers further amplified the signal. The H-6 is the most widely fielded bomber aircraft in the world, with an estimated 270 units in service. Aside from the Russian Tu-160, which is produced only in very limited numbers, the H-6 is currently the only bomber type in serial production anywhere on the planet. It serves both the People's Liberation Army Air Force and the People's Liberation Army Navy in a variety of strike and maritime roles. The YJ-12 missiles carried by some of the H-6 bombers involved in the patrol were developed specifically for high-speed penetration of naval air defense systems. A United States Naval War College review report previously highlighted that the YJ-12 offers superior range compared to many Western equivalents and can be launched by beyond the engagement envelope of shipborne air defense systems. China has continued to enhance the targeting and strike capabilities of the H-6 platform. The YJ-21 missile, an air-launched variant of the YJ-20 hypersonic anti-ship ballistic missile already deployed on Type 055 destroyers, represents the next step in this evolution. This missile combination dramatically increases the threat towards large surface combatants, including aircraft carrier strike groups. While a smaller Type 052D destroyer was likely have been sufficient to signal Resolute towards the Philippines alone, the decision to deploy a Type 055, advanced bombers, and long-range fighters suggests a broader audience. The message appears directed at Manila's strategic partners, including Japan, the United States, and Australia. The strengthening of China's anti-ship missile capabilities was recently underscored in Pentagon War Games, which explored scenarios in which the People's Liberation Army employed coordinated missile, cyber, and anti-space operations to neutralize even the most advanced United States Navy carrier groups. In such scenarios, combinations of supersonic missiles like the YJ-12, hypersonic systems such as the YJ-20 and YJ-21, and supporting subsonic weapons play complementary roles to overwhelm layered defenses. This major show of force in the South China Sea comes at a time when the United States Navy has redeployed key assets away from the region towards the Middle East amid rising tensions with Iran. American destroyers and bombers currently lack anti-ship missiles comparable to those fielded by the H-6 bombers and Type 055 destroyers. At the same time, China continues to expand its fleet of advanced destroyers at a rate several times faster than that of the United States Navy. Together, these factors highlight a shifting balance of power in the region. The patrol around Huangyan Island was not just an exercise, it was a calculated demonstration of capability, reach, and intent. Without firing a single shot, China reinforced its position and reminded observers that control of the South China Sea is being shaped not by declarations, but by presence and power.